Hey there. So who's influencing you? You know, I have this bookcase behind me, and I know every day it's what shirt is he going to wear kind of thing. But the more important thing to look at are the books that are behind me, and the shelves that you're seeing are static. So there's one, two, three, four, five shelves high and four shelves wide. So there's 20 shelves, and you see two and a half, or four and a half rather. The reality is most of the books that influenced me aren't visible. Most of the lectures that I've experienced that have changed me are invisible. I was fortunate. We've done construction on the house a couple times, renovating things, and a lot of my books have gotten boxed up each time. And over the last 2 weeks, I've been reunited with some of the books that really shaped my thinking and shaped who I am. And it's been fun to look at some of these books and go, this is what I learned from that book. That book made me make this decision. When I was at this point in my life, that's the book that got me through. And so the books that you see are yeah, that's a small subset. There's a ton, and there's more than I can actually fit in the bookshelf. I'm going to have to get more shelves made and kind of lower some of the shelves because there's a gap in where the books are, and I'm going to need to take advantage of that to fit more books in because I have so many. And it's not. I'm proud that I have a number of books. I'm proud of the magnitude and diversity of the people that have fed into me. People I've never met, people who wrote a book and don't even know who I am, don't know that I read it. It's just some stranger wrote something and it meant something to me, and I took it in. And somebody's always influencing us. It can be somebody that we hang out with. It can be somebody that we see on TV. It can be somebody that we read their book. Are the people who are influencing you the people you want to influence you? Are you being fed by the best thought cooks in the world? And that's just a really cool thing when you can allow really amazing people to feed your brain and feed your mind and help shape who you're becoming. We can't know everything ourselves. We need other people's opinions. We need a diversity of thought. And what is your bookshelf or your viewing habits or your listening habits? What does that represent for you? And as I look back and I go through these boxes, I'm reminded of where I was at various points in my life. There was a time that I was going to relocate, and everybody who mattered to me thought I was crazy. And yet I knew some facts, and I couldn't convince them of the facts. And I really didn't need to convince them. It was up to my wife and I. But I had trouble convincing her because they were feeding her too. And I knew what I knew. And I read a paragraph, actually just a sentence in a book, that actually spoke to that. And when I was struggling and about to give up on that decision, which was one of the better decisions I ever made in reality, as we look back, everybody goes, yeah, you were right. But if I had listened to everybody else and not had the fortitude given to me out of a book, and I don't even know that I read the whole book, to be honest with you, but I know that I read a page that day, and that sentence spoke to me and gave me the strength and fortitude to stand up to people I loved and respected and say, I'm making the right choice. All out of a sentence that somebody wrote in a book that I never heard of the person. I still couldn't tell you their name. I think I know the book, but if I went back, I couldn't come up with the name of the person who wrote it. Yet, it was responsible for one of the most major decisions in my life, and changed everything for Lee and I. So, books can be powerful. Influence. It doesn't have to be a book. I mean, we have books on tape now, or Audible books. They're MP3s or whatever they are streaming. You can go onto YouTube, and I still go to seminars and things and spend money on stuff, but there's a lot of free thought on YouTube by some amazing thinkers that you can be influenced by. And are you taking advantage of it? Are you allowing yourself to be influenced by the right people? Are you choosing who's speaking into your mind? Or do you turn on the news and let the latest story tell you? I think it's so much better to be deliberate. So think about who's influencing you. Make a choice who you want to influence you. And above all, have a great, great day.